Hello friends, good morning. Today I will show you how to create the exams on exam.net. So first we will open the browser and type exam.net. So here two options comes, one for student login, other for teacher login. I have already registered as a teacher, so I am just going to sign in. See, I have signed in. I have here some exams which I have already created. I will show you how to create a new exam. Click the icon new exam over here. Enter the examination name. Suppose I am writing object oriented programming. This is the examination name. Second is no digital exam questions. This option is used when you are there with the students and you are dictating them the questions or handing over the piece of paper. So no examination questions will be filled over here. Just it will be a blank paper. The paper will be hard. Paper will be given on hard sheets. Second option is to use a PDF file. You have to create the question paper, save it as a PDF file, and then you will get an option to upload it over here. Third option is write exam questions. If you are not willing to make a PDF file, you can write the questions here in the area given. As soon as you will select it, you will get an open area. Here you can write the instructions and type the questions and select OK to save it. And if I use PDF file, it will ask me where the PDF is saved and it will upload it. It may take some time due to the network issue. Next is student information. What you want the student should enter after you pass on the examination key. Like if you want the student to should fill first name, last name, email, class, whatever you decide. I hope these are enough. Phone number is in the case of emergency. If the students while given exam faces some problem, you can call him or he can call you. You can have the number. Anonymous exam is the option when you want to see this, like we check the copy of the students at this evaluation. We have a code written for the every student. We are not able to recognize which code is for which student. So here anonymized exam gives an option that you will get the answer sheets of the student without having their names. It will be coded. Later on it can be seen which code belongs to whom. No need to use anonymized exam. Writing area is the area in which student will write. This should be always on. Spell checker if you need, yes. Scan handwritten solutions. If your question, if you have given a question which is quite long, it is difficult to type, you can give this option to the students to write it on the paper and scan it on the exam.net portal. So if you put it on, the students will have that option to write it on the paper and scan using the QR code. Accessibility tools, English synonyms, speech synthesis, allow translation, help to convert it to some other language, synonyms. If somebody is having problem in viewing, he can use speech synthesis to read it. We have to remember while using speech synthesis that images and PDF files can be read by the system. Any additional support document you want to add, you can add it over here. See, some of the exams are like GRE exams. You have seen that you get an audio clip and then you have to answer the questions. So this audio files you have to enter over here. So we're not going through it. You don't need subject tools. Yes, tools are important. If there are many exams in which some special symbols, some drawings are needed, so we can add up drawing tools, formula editor, calculator, whatever you need, you can add it. for GeoGebra and Desmos. Other mathematical formulas you need, basic or advanced. Programming support for JavaScript and Python is there. Now, whatever your preferences are, you can select it, you can on them, and it will be available to the students. External resources are only used when you have high security mode, which we will not use at all, because students might be facing some network issue, so we will not use this resource. High security mode, we should definitely not opt for it, because while giving an exam, if there is some network issue, we won't be able to solve it, and it requires a student to install a software before opening the exam. So we will go with the allow any browser, that is least of the security. Yes, setting for the lower security mode. If the student changes any tab or tries to uh, search something else while giving the exam on the same browser, on the same machine, then there are few options which you can have, that student may require an explanation but unlock immediately. Notify the teacher but don't block the student. Require explanation, wait for 30, 60, 90 seconds, or follow manual lock. Manual lock is it will create a problem if might see, if I am a teacher and I am having some network issue, I won't be able to unlock the student. So manual lock should be avoided. Turn off cheat completely. It is the least protection. They will be able to open everything and you won't be able to know anything. So let us go for 90 seconds. Let us create the exam. Right, see, I have created the exam here. This is the examination key. This is the date we have created. This is the status of the exam. Status of exam, if you share with someone else, see here I have shared with someone, so here the sharing option is coming. Here I have not shared, so it is not being shared. It is not coming the shared exam option. It is telling that it can be open in any browser, so we don't need it actually. So this is the, if you still want to edit something, this is the edit option. You can click it, and again you can edit all that. Sometimes there will be a, so what students get, let me tell you what the student will see first. Let us click this, and this is the test person or a preview of the exam that the students will be seeing. We can check just in case. So let us begin the exam. Here it will be showing the question paper, and here it will be, here the students will be writing something like answer 1, object oriented programming is something dot dot blah blah. Here is the formula sheet from the left hand. Calculator, GeoGebra, Desmos, drawing tool, scan option if the student want to write something. So students will need to enter the QR code after they have scanned the option. Use the scan the solution. They will use the QR option to select that. Teacher chat. If at the time of exam there is some issue, the student can chat to the teacher, provided the teacher is online at that time. That means logged in the exam.net. That is submit exam. If they click submit, the exam will be submitted. No. So here the time comes, the time of the machine which is coming. Here is the percentage of the battery. Now let me show you. We can have some other options also, like here we have, this is surveillance mode. Surveillance mode allows you to monitor the students. See, the test person which I have entered it is showing over here. The test person is giving the exam. I can force submission for the students. I can force him to submit the exam. I can set timer for the students. If I give timer. See if I give 90 minutes over here, set time. As soon as I have given time, the students will be shown time over here. A timer will be ticking over here. This is only information, it will not do uh, anything else, right? It will show the time. Individual exam keys. If there is a problem with the students, you can pass on the individual exam key to the student. I hope you got it. Hope you cancel it. Show examination log. This is what the student was doing during the exam. The log will be created. Once all the students have finished the exam, you can just force students for submission. That's all for this examination, how to create the exams. Thank you.